We're currently going through a tough phase as a country, and to better commemorate this Women's Month, Gogo Skhotheni has taken it upon herself to teach and dispel the misconceptions and stereotypes that surround traditional healing in our communities. She's a traditional healer, a community leader, a businesswoman, and above all, a mother to so many young women under her wing in their journey to becoming traditional healers. She always brings awareness about ways in which individuals can actually find spirituality and find balance in religions, as some people are Christians but still consult with traditional healers. She joins us now this morning to share more. Gogo, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Morning, how are you?
I'm very well. Gogo Skhotheni, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Lovely, and it's good to have you on the show this morning. Now, when and how did you discover that you have a calling and, you need to answer to that calling?
I discovered this calling ever since I was young because everything I did, it was different from, I didn't even understand myself. But it took me, it's been 9 years. I've been on this field for 9 years. But before that, I was a Christian. I was a prophetess at church. I would prophesy on people before I went into the ancestral route.
And what was your initial reaction when you discovered that you have this gift?
It was very scary. It's the fear of the unknown, but it was worth it because now I'm able to know who I am. I'm able to teach people about who they are because it's not about being a Sangoma, but it's about knowing your roots. It's about knowing who you are as a Black person because before Christianity, it was us Black people. We did our rituals, we did our culture, we did our religion. So I don't want people, I want to break this stereotype that people have that you cannot be a Christian and practice what you want. You can definitely be a Christian and still practice your roots and still know where you are and still know where you're from.
And speaking of stereotypes, what was the journey like in terms of you accepting the calling and those around you accepting you with that gift?
At that present moment, because I was going through a lot, I didn't know who I am. I didn't concentrate about who says what in front of me or around me. It was about me as a person. So I think that's what people suffer nowadays. They look at what are my friends going to say because we have this thing that we are making this a trend. We are making this now a fashion that we are accepting our calling. So that's what people run away from because they look at the media. How will they accept them? How will their schoolmates accept them? But forgetting it's not about them. It's about embracing your culture. It's about knowledge that you are going to give to the people, to the very same people. Because at this moment, the very same people who used to make jokes about me, the very same people who thought I am not doing this because I haven't, I'm only doing this because I just want to be known or I just want people to recognize me, are the very same people that I'm helping today, are the very same people who wish that they also supported me then. But as a healer, we don't hold grudges, we move from it.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have when it comes to traditional healing? I know there's so many myths surrounding it.
Yeah. The first one is witchcraft. People are so misinformed. They concentrate about witchcraft. Going through a spiritual journey, it's about who you are, where you're from. It's not only about Sangomas, it's you as a Black person. You need to know that you need to use Impepo for prayer. You need to know that you need to go consult to your Sangoma so that you can know what happens with your life. I'd go back to who we are as Black people. How did Shaga overcome the history? How did he overcome all the fights, the wars that were there? It's because he had his own people that he was consulting with, and they will tell him what's going to happen in future. Christianity, these people, they don't lose who they are, but they don't want to respect other people's opinions, like respecting people who believe in ancestors. I want us to unite so that we can share the knowledge because we don't know who we are. I don't want us to concentrate what happened in 1978 during apartheid. I don't want that. What is currently happening now? What are you doing as an individual, as a Black person about what is currently happening? People not understanding spirituality and the religion that they have. Christianity, they believe in mediums, they believe in fortune tellers. Just because they do not use herbs, it does not make them different from us. We are only different because we use herbs that were created by God. Even in the Bible, it says, you can come as you are and I will accept you. You can knock, I will open the doors for you. He even goes by, when you come as a sinner, I'll accept you with your baggage. But now our people are so lost. They don't know who they are. So I want them to come back to their roots. I want them. There's a difference between isigo and isangoma. So I want people to find who they are. They must stop saying or stop standing in this thing that we were from slavery. We don't know this, you don't know that. It is not easy to take this journey of being a sangoma, but it is not
Gogo Skhotheni, I want us to focus on this fine line between traditional healing and as well as witchcraft, which you just alluded to the fact that it's one of the misconceptions that people hold around traditional healing. Do you believe that witchcraft actually exists, and what drives and what power drives witchcraft? Is it the same power that sangomas possess?
Yes, witchcraft does exist. I know it, but I don't practice it because I don't like it. I believe in healing. I believe in prayer. So I don't blame sangomas who do, but I don't want to entertain them. But I don't want them to put witchcraft first. Yes, witchcraft is there because we heal people who are being wished from other people. So we heal that as well. We see it physically. We see people being turned into zombies. It's there. Witchcraft is there. Witchcraft exists, whether you believe it or not. But when it catches you, that's when you understand that it does exist.
And how do we find a balance then when it comes to embracing both religion and our culture? You said that you were a staunch Christian and you were a prophetess before accepting this calling of being a traditional healer. So do you still hold, because some people say it's two different worlds, two different worlds of spirituality, being a traditional healer and being a Christian. Do you still embrace both worlds?
I still do. I still kneel down and pray to the God that created the heaven and earth. And I still burn my candles and pepper and communicate with my ancestors.
Okay, and what are some of the starting points then for someone who just find out that, they have the calling but grew up in a less cultural environment?
Okay, you can start up by listening to your dreams and also communicating with your ancestors by just burning paper, which is, they call it sage. And you can also burn your candles. They can just be white, don't use color yet. And tell your ancestors that you welcome them into your life and you want them to communicate with you. That's where it starts. Don't break down if you're not doing right. There's no right or wrong in this, that it's about you learning about who you are.
Gogo Skhotheni, lovely chatting to you. I wish we had more time, but thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.